I understand why Democrats are voting against the continuing resolution to fund the government. You're fighting for the extension of the Obamacare premiums. You're fighting to restore Medicaid funds. But I wonder, when these SNAP funds are gone, whether this week or 3 weeks from now, if the contingency funds are used, are you worried at all that that pressure point will cause more Democrats to rethink the strategy and maybe ultimately vote for the government funding bill?
Yo, what up, what it do, my fellow common sense revolutionaries, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Nonsense, man, with your favorite Black American patriots, your boy, OG Big Meaty, y'all. Today's show, y'all, we have a good one, y'all. We have CNN host Jake Tapper confronting Hakeem Jefferies on this government lockdown, as well as his lack of enthusiasm and support for the Democratic Socialist newly elected mayor, Zohran Madani, y'all. Man, in response to that question, he's going to reveal the Democratic Party's real intentions for America and the American people, y'all. Boy, it's just like my granddaddy once told me, boy. Open mouth, even when it's asleep, boy, leaks. And that's what happens when you put a mic in front of these liberal losers. They always slip up and announce their true intentions, y'all. Man, y'all, we gonna get to it today, and we're gonna try to make all this crap make some sense, y'all. Let's go. Well, all right, my fellow common sense revolutionaries, y'all, we're not gonna waste no time. We're gonna get right into it, y'all. Here's the interview between CNN host Jake Tapper and your favorite Walmart Democrat, Hakeem Jefferies, y'all. Let's go.
And joining me now is House Democratic Leader Hakeem Jefferies of New York. Leader Jefferies, thanks so much for joining us. So even these emergency supplemental funds for SNAP, even if they ultimately, the Trump administration ultimately does use them, it's only enough to keep benefits going, food stamp benefits going for 2 to 3 weeks, which is significant, but obviously not a long-term solution. I understand why Democrats are voting against the continuing resolution to fund the government. You're fighting for the extension of the Obamacare premiums. You're fighting to restore Medicaid funds. But I wonder, when these SNAP funds are gone, whether this week or 3 weeks from now, if the contingency funds are used, are you worried at all that that pressure point will cause more Democrats to rethink the strategy and maybe ultimately vote for the government funding bill?
Well, we're continuing to make life better for the American people. We want to reopen the government. We want to enact a bipartisan spending agreement that actually makes life better for everyday Americans. And of course, we want to make sure that we can decisively address the Republican healthcare crisis, which is crushing people all across the country, including working class America, rural America, urban America, small town America, the heartland of America, and Black and brown communities throughout America. It's very unfortunate that Donald Trump and Republicans have decided to weaponize hunger and withhold SNAP benefits, even in contravention of 2 federal courts, which have made clear that not a single person in this country should go without their nutritional assistance, and of course that the funds exist to make sure that those SNAP benefits are paid through November, as has been the case with Donald Trump and his administration finding funding for other projects, but somehow they can't find money to make sure that Americans don't go hungry.
Now, there you guys have it. This guy continues to say a whole bunch of everything without actually saying nothing, man. This tend to be the MO of the Democratic Party, man. Even know why Americans are not even asking ourselves this basic question. Who the hell are these people? And who the hell empowered these people to politically play with the lives of over 40 million Americans? Who gave these people this power to play political games with the lives of over 40 million Americans? Somebody get in my comment box and tell me, who the fuck empowered these people? Because it's most definitely unconstitutional. everything. And the only reason why it's happening is because we keep voting for it and we keep falling for it and we keep allowing it. This is a constitutional republic, y'all. So with that being said, should be no politician craving government as a career. You know why? Because the way our country is structured, running for government means you are a servant to the public. You are a servant, not a leader, not a king, not a god, not a moralist. You are a servant to the people. This is how our country was constructed, ideally. So who the hell? So will somebody please tell me how the hell is these people allowed to circumvent our Constitution? To continuously render us powerless. Listen to what I'm saying, fellow Americans. To completely powerless over their political whims and ideas and ideology. You mean to tell me because these two parties can disagree, that grants them the power and the permission to starve over 40 million Americans? Now somebody tell me what the hell that makes sense. Please, Mr. Hakeem Jefferies. To our leaders. You people ain't our fucking leaders. You people supposed to be our fucking servants. You people sitting out here chasing these fucking political careers just for power. There's supposed to be no power in politics. Politics is supposed to feel like a duty because you're serving your country. And that's how you know we are being controlled by a tyrannical system. It's when everybody's craving to be a politician. It's the most powerful, sought-after position in these great United States, and we don't understand why is everybody crawling to the top of government. Because we have relinquished our individual liberties and our individual powers and gave it over to the government. With all of this liberal agenda and a hell of a lot, with all of this with all these liberal-ass policies, and along with some of them goddamn conservative policies too. All you guys seem to be fucking un-American or unaware of your duty to America. But I digress, y'all. Let's continue. These folks always piss me off. Especially, let me tell you, these black liberals. Boy, they getting under my skin. Let's go.
You're refusing to fund the government until Republicans join you to help prevent Americans' healthcare costs from skyrocketing, as well as to restore some of the money from Medicaid that was cut. I understand why Democrats are making the choice, but you acknowledge that it's a choice here, right?
No, what I acknowledge is that
Dude, you can't even acknowledge. Dude, you just gave a whole fucking Democratic rant about how you guys are choosing to shut the government down because you guys are trying to save healthcare. You guys just gave, so you're choosing healthcare over nutrition. This is what I'm telling you, man. This is why I'm so angry when I see black liberals delivering this message. Because black folks, man, eat up every fucking word these people say, man, and think that's the way fucking things is happening. It's not the way things is happening. These people are puppets and plants, and they're sent there and they're put on TV, man, to persuade you people of all this nonsense, to persuade you people that all this nonsense they've been giving you is sufficient. And we fall for it over and over and over again. Because if you don't believe me, just use common sense. Because somebody please tell me. Please tell me. The Vic Democrats, the party for the victims. Because somebody please tell me why these people are willing to starve over 42 million of their constituents to get $1.7 trillion added to the budget to give to their donors. Because I don't know where the hell y'all think these subsidies is going. They're not going into the American people pocket. They're going into the insurance industry, to Big Pharma. They're going into all the big people who's been squashing us, who's been using us. This is what these people fighting for. They're fighting to fund the insurance industry. And they're willing to starve over 40 million people to make their donors happy. And they're sitting here telling you that in your face. Black people, wake the fuck up. You people crazy. Let's go.
We're asking Republicans to sit down, as we've indicated our willingness to sit down with them anytime, any place, anywhere, either at the Capitol or back at the White House, in order to find a bipartisan path toward enacting a spending agreement that actually makes life better for the American people. So yes, we are committed to doing things like lowering the high cost of living for the American people in an environment where Donald Trump promised to lower costs on day one. But costs haven't gone down. Costs are going up. Housing costs are up. Grocery costs are up. Childcare costs are up. Electricity prices are through the roof. And now, because of the Republicans' refusal to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, we know that tens of millions of Americans are about to experience dramatically increased premiums, copays, and deductibles, such that they will be unable to go see a doctor. In some cases, Jake, you're talking about premium increases of $1,000 to $2,000 per month. That is completely and totally unsustainable, unacceptable, and un-American.
I understand.
Man, I told you, I be trying not to interrupt these clips so much, but oh, these people, boy, rub me in the worstest of ways. Boy, you just gonna just keep running this drag. And see, this is what affects me so much, because they think if they say it over and over and over again, if they all stay on message, that somehow it's gonna take on the form of truth. And what's concerning to me is I see that it is, because I'm watching all these latest polls and saying how America's starting to be, and starting to see how a lot of mega supporters are becoming cynical. And it's concerning to me, because you guys are choosing this as an alternative. It's a reason why everybody ran to the mega movement. Have we forgot about the last 4 years? This is the same drag they ran us 4 years ago. So if they put it in front of our face enough, and if they say it to us enough, and if they put a cute face on it, or put a migrant tag on it, if they do that, that means it's truth now? No, that doesn't mean it's truth now. And to be frank with you, it means it's deception. Let's continue, y'all. And listen, man, if anybody finding any interest in this video, man, if you don't even want to subscribe to me, man, just hit that like button. Just get me going in the algorithm, man, so we can grow this conversation and grow this, and so we can grow this channel, y'all, so we can grow this conversation, man. Please do your boy that favor. Hit that like, but I really would love it if you hit that subscribe button too, y'all. But I digress. Let's get this over with, y'all.
But the decision to not fund the government means very real pain caused today. People not getting paychecks today, and SNAP funds today. And then obviously at airports across the country, delays are getting worse due to air traffic controller shortages. The FAA says that in the New York area, nearly 90% of air traffic controllers are out. The White House says that Thanksgiving travel could be a disaster if this shutdown continues that long. Are Democrats prepared to keep the government closed through Thanksgiving if it comes to that?
The question is, why are Republicans continuing?
Man, I was just hoping this guy can just give an answer to the question. Watch this deflection of this idiot, man. It don't matter how many ways Jake Tapper try to ask this question, man. This fool is gonna avoid the response. Only thing this man is trying to ask you, like, guys, we're not fools here. We know you guys initiated the shutdown. Now, for thus far, we've been patient because you guys said you've been fighting on behalf of all us American victims down here. That's what you guys been saying. But now it is getting ridiculous. Like, could you please explain better to the people? He can't do it. There's no explanation, y'all. They're just playing with the lives of the American people to appease this same billionaire class that they say Trump is serving. Like, it's absolutely absurd, y'all.
to keep the government shut down. They have the House, the Senate,
To
and the
keep the
presidency.
government
Donald Trump
shut
just
down.
made
Who
clear
talks
over the
like that?
weekend
What black person
repeatedly
talks
that
like that?
Republicans have the ability to reopen this government. They don't want to do it because they'd rather continue to gut the
Clearly a
health care
script. A
of the
script.
American people. And here are
Clearly a
some
script.
questions that need to be asked. Why have House Republicans remained on a taxpayer-funded vacation for the last 6 weeks? They keep canceling votes. They've canceled votes for next week. Of course, they are unserious as it relates to reopening the government. Why has Donald Trump spent more time on the golf course, including this weekend, than he has in talking to Democrats?
Listen, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be Donald Trump spokesperson. And I'm going to be House Republican spokesperson. Listen, man, we're not coming to work and play games with you people, man. When we come to work, we come to work. We're not finna renegotiate our progress. We're not gonna renegotiate all the progress we made for the American people with the big, beautiful bill. We're not gonna renegotiate that. We won that in the election. Like, we're not. You people, who the hell y'all think y'all in? What y'all think? Y'all think y'all dealing with cowards? Y'all think y'all can extort and threaten our president? Y'all think he's a chump? This man did business deals with mafia figures. Like, y'all think y'all just gonna bluff him out? Like, are you people crazy? And the fact that you people are willing to do that at the expense of over 40-some million of your guys' constituency is absolutely 1% disheartening.
Capitol Hill who represent half of the country. It's because apparently Donald Trump is uninterested in reopening the government. He doesn't want to stand up for hardworking federal employees. They fired more than 200,000 federal employees prior to them shutting the government down on October 1st. And why are Republicans so unwilling to even sit down and have a conversation with their Democratic colleagues on Capitol Hill in order to find a bipartisan path forward? It's because they are trying to inflict this cruelty on the American people. And Jake, this is a group of folks that
Exactly
passed
what
their
you
one
guys
big
are
ugly
doing.
bill, largest cut to Medicaid in American history. At the same time, they cut $186 billion from SNAP, literally ripped food out of the mouths of hungry children, seniors, and veterans. They did this in July, and that was done so they could reward their billionaire donors with massive tax breaks that they made permanent. And now they're unwilling to extend tax credits for working class
So
Americans.
you
It's
alluded.
all unacceptable.
Guys know I
And it's
want to say something on that, but I'm not.
part of their plan.
So you alluded to President Trump saying that the Senate Republicans have the power to pass the government shutdown. He's saying that by saying that they should get rid of the filibuster. You're saying that they should get rid of the filibuster and just own this entirely?
No, what I'm saying is that
You
that's a
goddamn
decision
right you ain't saying
ultimately
that.
for the Senate to make. However, President Trump has acknowledged, listen, from the very beginning of this presidency, he's enacted a my way or the highway approach to jam their extreme right-wing ideology down the throats of the American people. Reckless Republican policies, which are now causing hospitals, nursing homes, and community-based health centers to close all across the country. Now he's saying to his Republican colleagues, senators, those who actually just work for him because they don't work for the American people, reopen the government, and they refuse to do it.
Big elections coming up in just 2 days. Governor's race in Virginia, governor's race in New Jersey, and then the mayor of the city in which you live, New York, New York. You've already cast your ballot for mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani. Do you see Mamdani as the future of the Democratic Party?
Now, this is the part what I'm telling y'all. Even the mouth open while asleep still spits. Like, watch this fool reveal to y'all the true intentions of the Democratic Party. Now, see how many of my supporters, and I want to see how perceptive my supporters are. So when y'all hear what he said, I want y'all to get in my comments and tell me what the hell is going on here. Please, y'all, let's go. Let's finish.
No, I think the future of the Democratic Party is going to fall, as far as we're concerned, relative to the House Democratic Caucus and members who are doing a great work all across the country as it relates to our need to both take back control of the House, but in doing so, make
Y'all
sure that
listening?
we're communicating to the American people like we understand you deserve better. than the country that you have received. Donald Trump and Republicans have gone way too far and have failed to deliver anything meaningful for the American people. And as Democrats, we're going to focus on lowering the high cost of living,
Mhm.
on fixing our broken healthcare system that Republicans continue to make worse with their toxic policies, and of course, on cleaning up corruption in the Congress, in the courts, and within the administration, with Donald Trump running the largest pay-to-play scheme in the history of the country. So we're going to continue to affirmatively lean in on the issues that we know matter to the American people. I expect that we're going to see a big night on Tuesday in New Jersey and in Virginia, and certainly as it relates to Prop 50 in California, where we stop Trump from stealing the election. And then that'll lay a foundation for Democrats to take back control of the House in 2026.
Now, guys, before I let Jake Tapper weigh in on this, I want y'all to look at his face. He was, oh my God, this dude is dragging again. Now, this is the part. He stayed on message. This is what I want to point out. See how he stayed on message. But look at what a follow-up question is asked. Watch how this guy reveals the true ideological intentions of the Democratic Party, y'all. Check it out.
I mean, I asked you if Mom Danny was the future of the party, and you didn't answer the question. You said the House Democrats are. I would note that
Now
at least
listen
a couple,
to his
House
response, y'all.
Democrats from the New
If
York
this
area
ain't intentions
are not
reveal.
endorsing Mamdani. Your endorsement took a long time. Schumer still has not endorsed him. Are you concerned about Republicans using him as a lightning rod so as to hurt your ability to win back the House in 2026?
No, the lightning rod, in terms of what's going to impact the ability of either side to win control of the House or hold control of the House in 2026, is going to be the failure of Republicans to actually deliver on the promises that they've made and to.
Stop, y'all. Did y'all just hear their strategy to get back control of the House and Senate is assuring the failure of our president, the failure of the American people. Because if our president succeeds, the country succeeds. So your whole strategy to get back on top is to prevent America from succeeding. If that don't tell you what liberalism is, what socialism is, if that's not a pure description of what's headed our way if we don't stop these goddamn liberal losers, if that ain't a true description of what these people's intentions are, control at any fucking expense, control and power at any expense is what I've been telling y'all since I started this goddamn blog. And now it's straight out the horse's mouth, and I mean that literally, or should we say donkey. But it's straight out of that mouth. Let's finish this shit, y'all. Because he pissing me off.
Actively make life worse for everyday Americans. The country knows that we're heading in the wrong direction. We see it repeatedly. The country knows that Republicans have refused to make healthcare affordable and are actively making it unaffordable, depriving working.
How have Republicans, this is my last point, y'all, because I'm finna close this out. How have Republicans made healthcare unaffordable? You guys passed the Affordable Health Care Act. You guys, this is how. Now, how have you guys passed affordable health care legislation? Why the fuck, for 13 years later, healthcare is unaffordable? Because you guys proposed legislation that contributed to the wealth and the power structure of your donors by mandating every regular middle citizen, every regular American citizen have health care. And since all American citizens can't afford health care, you guys decided to mandate that the government subsidize the population. So with you people, entitlement after entitlement after entitlement, all in support of your 1% donors, the insurance industry, the pharma industry. And if you people listening to me, I'm done. But let me go to the full screen. Man, if you people who listen to me, listen, America. I don't think that's what's happening. Then y'all eyes are wide the fuck shut. These people are grasping hold to power and they are determined not to relinquish it. And that's at any cost. And now that you have Trump in cleaning out the swamp, you get all these ridiculous political goddamn stands from all these outrageous ass politicians that's supposed to be the people's servants. Man, I wouldn't care if you're a Republican, liberal, Democrat, conservative, agnostic, independent. I wouldn't care what you are. If you're an American, you need to be concerned about what's happening. And with that, y'all, I digress, man. Continue making these damn videos long. Every time I try to make a short one, it end up long, man, because these black liberals, really gets under my skin, y'all. But all right, y'all, but I'm gonna get ready in this video, man. Listen, man, I want all y'all to tell me that y'all catch that. Because I think a lot of y'all missed it, man, because we have to be missing it, man, because too much of it is being allowed for us to be getting it and understanding this, man. You put a mic in front of them people's mouth and let them talk long enough, they'll tell you the truth. Just pay attention. They always do. All shiesty, shady ass people, man. They always do, man. They always show you, man. How can they not, man? You would know the tree by the fruit it bears. But with that, y'all, you know, man, listen, man, if you guys found any value, man, I'm gonna ask y'all one more time, man. At the very least, hit that like button, man. You hit that like button, man, I catch y'all hook to the algorithm, man. You hit that subscribe button, man, your boy can grow this channel so we can grow this conversation. And if you do both, Lord have mercy. Well, we have accomplished something great, man. Well, I appreciate, man, all y'all watching. Like always, man, I appreciate any support you give me, man. Any support you give our country, man. I love you guys and appreciate you guys, man. You guys all know my slogan, man. Stay out your body. Reside in your spirit. It's where your potential at, man. Peace, my beloveds.